Hi there, folks. Keith Schweigert here from lanksports.com with your 2-minute drill for Friday night's District 3 Class AA playoff battle between Lancaster Catholic and York Suburban, which will get underway at 7 p.m. in Catholic's Rossmere Stadium. Special note, I'll be blogging live from this game, so please join me for all the action on the field and updates from the other playoff games around the district if you can't make it out there on Friday night. So Lancaster Catholic opens up defense of its district crown as the top seed in this year's 18 field. The Crusaders are 9-1 in the season, and they've won 7 in a row. Last week, they wrapped up the LL League Section 3 title, again, with a convincing 51-28 victory over Elko. York Suburban enters the playoffs with a 7-3 record. The Trojans compete in Division II of the York Adams Interscholastic Athletic Association. Boy, that's a mouthful. And they wrapped up the regular season with a 35-0 drubbing of Biglerville last week. Suburban prides itself on its aggressive defense, but the Trojans are really going to have their hands full this week. Catholic brings one of the best attacks in the districts into this game. They're led by quarterback Kyle Smith, of course. The Crusaders, they average 360 yards per game, 181 in the ground, 179 through the air. How's that for balance? They've also scored 417 points in 10 games. Smith threw for 4 touchdowns last week against Elko, which raised his career total to 103 touchdowns. That's a state record. He's also completed 96 of 157 passes for 1,680 yards and 35 touchdowns this season. He has also only been picked off 3 times, so he really protects that football. The top target is Tyler Purvis, the big wideout. He has 38 catches for 703 yards, 12 scores. Meanwhile, Jordan Stewart leads the ground attack. He has 1,086 yards and 13 touchdowns. That's even more impressive when you consider the fact that Stewart's missed 2 games this year. Only 2 teams have held Catholic to less than 30 points this year, Lampeter Strasburg and Ephrata, of all people. Suburban's going to try to run the ball out of that spread gun attack that they use, and they do most of their damage on the ground with running back Cody Waltemeyer. He has 1,183 yards and 17 touchdowns on the season. Suburban averages 314 yards per game on offense. I like Catholic here. I think the Crusaders just have too much firepower on offense for York Suburban to stop, and they should give the Trojans fits. And I think their defense, while not as good as last year's unit, should have enough to slow down the Trojans. We'll see if I'm right on Friday night. I hope you can join me.